Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Thank you for joining me here. And today I would like to talk to you about two topics. One is Poland and European Union, and another is about the current situation with sugar shortages in Polish stores. And yeah, let's dive into it. I came across some information that I would like to share with you, which is quite interesting because I didn't know any of this before, and here I am learning along the way. In February 8, 9 this year, 2022, there have been done a survey that actually said that it is in Poland that the percentage of people supporting the European Union is the highest among all European Union countries. According to that survey, Poland shown the highest percentage and being the most Euro enthusiastic country, and that is as much as 82% supported EU. Ireland with 81% came second, followed by Denmark, Portugal, and Sweden with 79%. Do I believe in those numbers now? How many months later is it? 5, 6. First of all, I don't know who really did that poll and how accurate it is. I think the percentage now in Poland that supports EU is lower than that 82. But this is just my perception of coming across informations, YouTube channels, talking to people and listening to their opinions, every day interactions. That's how I come across this. But what is really interesting now is this, that Jarosław Kaczynski, so who is Jarosław Kaczynski to those of you who don't know? He is the leader of the party in Poland that is called Law and Justice Party. And that party has the highest number of representatives in Polish Sejm, which is 200. And the second largest party is Platforma Obywatelska that has 107 representatives. So this is the strongest, in a way, you could say, party. However, the position of that leader, like I said, is becoming on the Duran, is becoming more and more irrelevant because there's a lot of games going on within that party. But what I want to emphasize on is this. He was just recently, it almost looks like he was campaigning already for the next elections coming. And this is much, much ahead of time. I don't know exactly when those elections are, but he was going around some smaller towns. Actually, it's not too small town, it's Płock, but it's not like a very, very big city. Anyway, he was there. And this is very recent. This is from, I believe, July 15th, so about less than 2 weeks ago. And he made a statement, and mind you, this is the largest party that's, for example, the Prime Minister of Poland and the President of Poland, they are the same mindset, let's say this way, the same ideology pretty much. So he said that about European Union and how they are, how their mind has changed about Poland being in EU. I'm quoting his words. This is like free translation. I am saying my individual opinion now because there is no official opinion from the party yet, but in short, enough of it. That was to European Union, enough of it. We showed maximum goodwill from the point of view of the treaties. We do not have any obligations to listen to the European Union when it comes to justice. Kaczynski also stated that although the European Union is a good idea, those who created it referred to the Christian idea, and it did not occur to them that the Union would be a carrier of leftist ideology. Yes, those are actually his words. So what it looks like right now from that side of Poland, from that party, that he's trying to convince a big number of citizens for Poland to exit European Union. That's how it looks like. Will he succeed in this? I don't know. I think there is more than half of Polish population that is for European Union, but we see how this goes. And another thing that is very, very important is, I don't know if you remember, guys, when Ursula von der Crazy, like Alex calls her, was visiting Poland. I think it was over a month ago. I forgot exactly. Anyway, there is something that is called National Recovery Plan, and in Polish is called KPO, Krajowy Plan Odbudowy, National Recovery Plan. That plan is for Poland to receive approximately 34 billion euros to restore the country after the pandemic and all those businesses closed and all the situation created. So she was in Poland. And I think you remember when I was making that video and telling you that in order for Poland to receive that money, we have to meet certain conditions, the milestones, as she said, to be eligible for that help. So I came across this from someone who actually is a member of Law and Justice Party, and he's representing Poland in the European Union at those meetings. And here, how is the situation? So let me just find this exactly. What happens is this, that there was already an agreement that was signed between Polish government and European Union after that visit. And Poland has met those expectations, those conditions. But just now, I believe this is very new, probably even yesterday, Ursula von der Crazy and her buddies is saying, no, not yet. We are not going to give Poland this money. There is another condition that has to be met in order for Poland to receive it. So what is this? What is the new thing that was not present on this agreement, already signed, by the way, officially, is this. It's annual report that will be published in mid-July, which gives an overview of the current situation in all member states and including issues related to judicial independence and the general situation of the rule of the law. And what is among those other things in these conditions that they are wanting from Poland? There is a postulate regarding the separation of the functions of the Minister of Justice, the public prosecutor general, and other things that are difficult to fulfill in a democratic state. And these conditions were not included in the agreement already that was signed by Polish government. So pretty much it looks like this. The Polish side fulfilled the conditions and the other side break the rule that they actually requested from Poland. And it just uses this as another excuse not to give Poland that money. I hope it makes sense what I just told you, but another shenanigans, games, what's new, right? Now let's go to the sugar situation, everyone, because yesterday I don't really use sugar, very randomly, just to say if I have cappuccino and it's like a brown sugar once in a while, but I don't use the white sugar, I don't bake, I pretty much don't. I also know that in many things we eat, there is sugar, and sometimes you simply cannot avoid it. But I was in the store and I was going through the store and I see on the register on the screen, before I was checking out, there is this humongous sign that says that the sugar portions are limited per one transaction per person. There was a limit, which is, I think it was 10 kilograms. So one person can only purchase 10 kilograms for one transaction, right? So I said, what's going on with the sugar thing? Since I don't buy it, so I didn't pay attention before. but it looks like, and this is actually from the current check I did, that the price of sugar, let's focus on this first. Last month in June, for 1 kilogram, you paid 3.5, let's make it round, 3.5 zloty for 1 kilo. Now you pay around 6, a little bit over 6 a month later for 1 kilo. But then I remember when the toilet paper situation during the pandemic, and I remember when there was no tissue paper in the stores when I was in California and no toilet paper, and on eBay, people were selling like nuts, everything that was missing. So now when you go on those kind of sites like eBay, eBay is not that popular. We have different platforms. We have like Allegro and other things like that. So the price on that, let's say, black market for 1 kilo of sugar is 10 zloty. So from 6 zloty in the store, 10 zloty on the website, and a month ago was 3.5. And then I found this article from the Polish edition of Business Insider, which is from July 22nd. So again, very recent. And it says this, I will be quoting this article. For a week now, the media has been reporting about empty shelves in stores, which are mostly lacking sugar. Retail chains admit to temporary supply problems and point out that the product is on the market and the problems are on the supply side. Panic of customers, which is a reaction to media reports, also contributes to the lack of sugar. This year, sugar production in Poland is even greater than the last year. So the product is there, and its shortages on the shelves result from a combination of several factors. One of the sources of the problem is the challenges in the logistic industry. Contrary to appearances, it is not the lack of drivers that is behind the delays in the delivery. Increase in salaries for employees, rampant fuel prices, and difficult access to financing, these are just a few of the problems that transport companies are currently facing. Half of the national GDP directly depends on transportation. But nobody thinks how important that role is in the economy. So here it is, guys. Yes, we do have shortage with drivers. There is a big issue. I was reading more into it. Not only in transportation of goods, right, from the producer to the stores, but the buses and other communications, they need drivers. People are pretty much not applying for those jobs, and they don't have people to work as a driver. But again, the inflation, the gas prices, all of this comes together. And then what I think people often forget or don't pay attention to, or maybe don't understand the importance of how media is creating super duper extra drama with everything, right? So I remember there was a situation of a similar nature when the military operation has started in Ukraine. And it was the same with the gas stations, and the media was saying there is no gas, and the cars were in those endless lines at the gas stations. So this is the same thing, I believe. They were talking about the sugar, so more people panicked and more people went to the store. And the situation is, I just wonder what product will be next, because I think this is just the beginning, and they're gonna do this like a guacamole with products. One is gone, another shows up, and yeah. Anyway, let me know, how is it in your country, everyone? Do you have any shortages, or that looks like there are shortages? And I would like to know that. Let me know, how are the prices and how is the situation if you are in European Union country. If you can share your opinion, what your maybe friends, family, or overall people in your country think about being part of European Union. I'm just very curious how people think about it. So this is a very short video for today. I hope this gives you some information. It will be very interesting dynamic to see how the party who has still the most, it's losing. I would say this, as I am diving deeper into those topics, I see that Law and Justice is losing the approval of the citizens. However, they are still having a saying in the government, right? So I wonder how they will use this power in order to, will they really try to take Poland out of EU? Let's see. Let's see how this goes, and I will keep an eye on it. Thank you for watching, guys. Make sure to hit the thumbs up. Follow me on Rumble, please, just in case, you never know. And join me on Locals if you want to support me there. I appreciate it very much. You have my website, my Instagram, and some guests are already scheduled for August. They are coming, and yeah, stay tuned. Lots of great talks ahead. Lots of love. Take care, and leave in the comments down below how is it in your country. Bye, guys.